You're listening to Podcast PXN,
a video game podcast
delivering player experience news.
Let's go!
Do not clap your hands, but instead, snap your fingers for the new Nintendo Switch. And welcome to Podcast PXN, episode 202. I am one of your hosts, the perennial dating app swiper from Portland, Oregon, Christian Macias, and I'm joined over Discord by Kentucky's #1 Spartan and PXN founder, Daniel Prindle, aka Dan is DTM.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
That's right. I forgot you just watched that.
Hell yeah.
and we just talked about this right before we started going live.
Yeah.
And the president of the Tifa Lockhart fan club. He is the Nintendo aficionado and artist extraordinaire at Roro.
Hello, hello. How do you do?
I'm doing well. You know what? No, I'm not. More on that later. I'm doing all right. I'm kidding. Thank you for asking, though. Appreciate you. Dan, are you doing all right?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. A little crazy at work as well, like you. I told Bro earlier.
I'll tell you about that after the show.
Yes.
No Gage today. He is at work. However, there is you. And thank you to everyone watching us live and participating in the chat. Just as a reminder, we are live each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, usually on time. On YouTube, just search Podcast PXN. You can also find us on twitch.tv/Podcast PXN simultaneously. The topic of the show this week is the new Nintendo Switch is finally coming after years of speculation. But first, the show always starts with the PXN news of the week. Let's go ahead and jump right in as I open up Lo-Fi Girl.
Nice.
All right. Quick bites.
Oh.
Spider-Man 2, y'all. It could be banned in the Middle East. You hear about this?
Oh, actually.
No, I didn't either.
Yes. So there's potential that there may be some censorship necessary in the Middle East version of Spider-Man 2, and if not, they will have to ban the game. Most notably, I think Miles Morales, was either banned or censored, one of those two.
Jesus, just the entire character.
What?
No, sorry, I'm Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And then Final Fantasy 16, Sony's newest game. Square Enix's new. Yeah, I think that was banned as well in the Middle East for representation. You know, obviously they have a different culture over there, but yeah.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Well, hopefully they get to play this game because I think it's going to be awesome.
Should I watch the trailer that came out like a week and a half ago? That story trailer. Remember that one?
I mean, it was great. It might have some slight spoilers. I don't know if there's anything heavy. Do you, Ro?
Enough. Say less.
Yeah. I'd say don't worry about it, Christian. You made it this far. I really liked it.
Yes,
but I would agree with Dan that if you just want to stay completely in the dark, you shouldn't watch it. No.
Like a vampire.
Yeah.
This is insane for all you Blizzard freaks. The Diablo 4's latest patch. It makes it so harder to accidentally activate the premium battle pass, as it was before. Players would open up the season tab, and it would automatically be on the button the cursor to activate premium button. And if you clicked it by mistake, there would be no confirmation page. You would just buy it.
My God,
Blizzard, come on, dog. They changed it though, so it's better now.
That's hilarious that's how it was before. At one point, the UI people and whoever makes those decisions didn't think, maybe we should not do this. But wow. I'm glad they changed it though.
That's the games industry, baby.
True.
It's so unfortunate for this game because it had such a great launch and then it's had such negative reception since then, since the launch of season 1, and it sucks because the game was a ton of fun at launch. And I feel bad for the people that are working on it and seeing that all the time, but hopefully they get it back to the state that it was at launch. I think part of the problem also though is they got a lot of new players into this game for the first time. And a lot of those players didn't understand what the seasonality would look like from Diablo, and previous Diablo games had similar things where you basically start from scratch on new seasons. Your characters are separate. So you have your character in the original game, like base game world, and then you have your seasonal character. And I don't think everyone quite understood that because of them being new players, but there is other things as well that they've really not done well. So
yeah, at least this is a small step in a tiny direction, I guess. Real quick, I realized that I had this sandwich that I made 2 hours ago while trying to eat and work, and this is as far as I got out of like.
Oh my god!
I'm hungry, man.
Oh my god!
Looks like a good sandwich though.
Sandwich. I'm not making fun of you, I promise. I just have a cousin that says it the same way.
Sandwich with a G.
He says sandwich. And his sister says pizza.
Oh.
Pizza.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Pikachu, Niantic's latest Go game, Monster Hunter, gets a September release date. I gotta say, I've seen a lot of I keep saying freaks. I've seen a lot of people be playing Pokemon Go in the year 2023. A lot of people that I know are still. My friends' kids are playing Pokemon Go. They love it.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I don't know if Monster Hunter will be the same. Maybe in like Japan, they might be more into it.
Yeah, probably right on that. I've heard like a couple of people talk about this, but I feel like it's very quiet in the Western front on this particular game. But yeah, like you were saying, Pokemon Go seems to have another resurgence lately, getting more popular again. I've seen a couple of people like out and about, like at work or at the mall, just playing this game, which is like, whoa, kind of crazy.
You're playing it, aren't you? It's on your phone, huh?
It's not, but I did download Pokemon Sleep.
It's like
what is Pokemon Sleep again? I'm sorry.
It like tracks your sleeping, and then every time you wake up, there's some Pokemon there to greet you in the morning.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like every developer now, like they find something really cool in the mobile space and they're like, all right, how can we make this into literally every IP possible? Like maybe
they did it. Didn't they do like a basketball version of this? And like obviously they did Harry Potter as well.
Yeah.
Like, neither of them was that successful, but yeah, you're right. They're like trying it with every franchise they can.
Yeah.
If there was a Halo one, download it.
You know what? That's true. That's totally true.
I feel like Monster Hunter makes the most sense out of the ones that they've tried so far. This one sounds like
Guys, Final Fantasy news. Not 16, but 14. Final Fantasy 14 is finally coming to Xbox Series consoles to the X and S. There might be a beta later this year. I think I read somewhere. However, the actual release of the game isn't until spring 2024. So if you're trying to get into the MMO, the hit MMO RPG, Final Fantasy 14, you can and want to do it on consoles, Xbox next year.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's after Sony's 13-year exclusivity deal that's expired. The 13.
Is FF14 even on PlayStation?
I think so.
Yeah, it is, right?
14?
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
Was it not just PC only?
No, it came to PS4 on April 14th, 2014. So I lied. It's not 13 years. It's whatever.
Close.
14 to 9 years.
9?
Yeah, it originally launched only on Windows. You're right, Christian. In 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's finally, and now you can play the critically acclaimed expansions like Shadowbringers and Heavensward and all that jazz that everyone tells me to play, but I never will. Too many buttons to press. And speaking of FF14, they also announced their latest expansion, Dawn Trail. This was announced in Las Vegas alongside the Xbox announcement. So, FF14 players, a lot to look forward to. I'm not one of them.
None of us.
I tried it once, but it's a huge time sink, like you were saying, and so many buttons. Too many buttons.
A lot of buttons. Let's move on to some Nintendo quick bites. Masahiro Sakurai on his YouTube channel. I always forget he has a YouTube channel until he, comes out with another one and articles like this come out. Talked about Smash Bros. Again. Says that the next Smash Bros. Will need some work to figure out, which makes sense because Smash Bros. Ultimate really is the ultimate version of that game. They have like literally every character in it. What else can we want from a new Smash Bros? I don't know.
It's just
All
like
right.
Mario Kart 8, right? Same thing.
Yeah, I agree with on both of those stuff. Like Mario Kart, I feel like they might have like I could think of ways that they could make it more fresh with just like the gimmicks that they usually do with the games. The characters, obviously, they have so many, but with 8, they did like the gravity thing. Maybe in 9, they could do something unique that hasn't been done before. But Smash is like Smash. That's the game. Like you fight in a 2D. Like what else could they possibly do besides add characters? And they already have so many characters.
You know what?
So I don't know. What
You
could they
know
do
what they
differently
could
next
do?
time? What?
Bring back Break the Targets.
Hey, from Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There we go.
Good pull. I do know. Remember, there's an article. Sorry, I had food in my mouth. That Mario Kart 9 is supposed to be like a huge like step forward. Like they're like testing a bunch of like new gimmicks for 9.
Cool.
We're going to
I'm so ready.
space.
Maybe we'll see it launch next year. Guys, think about it.
Oh,
Think about it. Think
Intense.
about it.
that's true. A launch title for Switch 2.
Enough. Save that for Todd's. Forget Nicolas Cage. Forget Leon S. Kennedy. Alien is the next horror franchise coming to Dead by Daylight. A new trailer teases more information next week.
Nice.
The twist is the alien is a survivor.
I knew you would pull that. I knew you would. Yeah.
My God.
I can't believe they made Nick Cage a survivor that like doesn't talk.
Yeah.
What a waste of yeah.
Weird.
Anyway, I'm sure Alien will be a lot better if it's actually the killer, and I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Got some WTF news. Star Wars Jedi Survivor will be coming to PS4 and Xbox One. EA has confirmed that last-gen versions are in development, which is insane because they barely got them developed for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S.
Damn.
Got them. Slam.
Well, there's a lot of I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. Aren't there a lot of third-party games that are still coming to the old gen console?
Yeah.
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 Like, when are we gonna stop doing that? Like, as somebody who had the PS4 for quite some time, and I have no problem with them coming. It's just like, what are the reasons that we're buying these new consoles now? The first-party games, sure, they're exclusive, but those come like so far and few between as opposed to the third-party games that are coming all the time that seem to still be coming to the old consoles and not taking advantage of the PS5 and stuff.
There you go.
But, yeah.
So now you're thinking, Ro, because we're at a point in our current gen cycle where there's a lot of rumors that pro consoles are on the way.
Oh.
And if we follow this logic of pro consoles being on the way, then what is the point of more powerful hardware when we were promised more powerful hardware with these original releases of these consoles? And we have yet to see those come to fruition yet. You know, we're still developing for older gen consoles. So you're 1,000% right. Why are we spending money on these when games are still being held back by previous generations? It's a good point.
I think we're gonna continue to see Just Dance until 2026 on the last gen.
Jesus.
Hey, Nintendo just brought back online the Call of Duty servers for Wii U
No. Wow.
today.
Dang.
Huh.
Wii U.
That's crazy.
Think about that.
Wild.
And then when you're done thinking about that, you can think about the Street Fighter 6 tournament that was interrupted by a nude Chun-Li mod. And it wasn't the player who had this mod. It was the host of the tournament who had this mod on. That completely removed her clothes. And they had to stop the match and then restart.
Whoops.
That's legendary.
Oh, they have a... Hold on, they have a video of this.
clip.
They have
Yeah.
oh my god, dude.
That
The
is
bitrate on this
so
is terrible. Oh my gosh, she has nipples. Get at it. This feels weird to
everything,
watch.
yeah.
It feels really weird to
No.
watch. People are
That's-
insane.
I wonder if he's going to host again. Or like, was this like a big event, or was this more of a down on the down low sort of thing?
Listen, I really don't know. I saw the naked Chun-Li that the host had this mod on, and I was like, this is going in.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God.
insane. Wow.
I didn't include this in here, but I remember this. If you remember the movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf, Zero.
Yes.
Cleo Thomas has won a Mortal Kombat tournament dressed as Powerline from the Goofy movie.
That's awesome.
And that picture is incredible. What a man. What a man.
Awesome.
Last bit of news here. I don't have a lot of details on this. Maybe Dan has seen more on this, but Xbox is now selling replacement controller parts and showing how to fix them. I think you no longer have to send your one thing breaks in your controller. You don't have to go and replace the whole thing. You can just swap out the parts that need fixing. Ish.
Yes. I guess the only caveat to that is this will void your warranty. So if you're still in warranty, I would still say send the controller in because it'll be fixed for free. But yes, outside of warranty, this is awesome. A great option because as someone who has a Halo Infinite Series 2 Elite controller that the fucking right bumper doesn't work anymore, this will be great. I can tear in there and rip it apart and I told Gage this as well because Gage asked me, well, why don't you send that in? Well, if you send special edition controllers in, they will not send you special edition controller back. They send you a different.
Really?
Yes, because they're so limited, they don't keep stock of them, and they don't send you your exact controller back. In fact, in the past, when I've had repairs with them, they usually just send me a brand new controller. But
which would be nice if it was just like a standard stock controller or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, if it's a limited edition one, you want to keep that.
Exactly.
Shucks.
Yeah.
I didn't include. Go ahead.
I just wanted to call back to the Jedi Survivor topic because Carrick made a comment on the hardware discussion. He says the problem is when they release the more powerful hardware, they will tout it to be just a bit more powerful than it actually is. Heck, the PS5 has 8K written on the box, and it can barely handle 4K in quality mode. Yeah, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, and both of them often say 4K, and it's not always 4K. It's oftentimes up-res to 4K. It's not actually native.
Oh, native. Yep.
Yeah.
We've been bamboozled.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of money just for these gimmicks. Speaking of PlayStation and their false promises, I forgot. I didn't put this in there. However, a lot of fans frustrated at the limited edition faceplates of the Spider-Man console.
This guy.
I didn't know it was you.
Oh, I'm also frustrated. Yeah.
You can tell me this in a second, but I saw a lot of people online. Apparently, first of all, the PlayStation Direct store usually isn't the greatest when these new drops happen. Still kind of a mess over there. However, they made a lot less faceplates than actual consoles. So once they ran out of stock on the faceplates, the only way to get those would be to buy the console because they're not making more faceplates, and that seems pretty not consumer friendly to me per se.
Yeah. And my problem was days later. Actually, it still might be the case now. The console's still available, and the faceplates literally sold out instantly. I was on there because I was off work that day. I was on there literally right when it opened, and my queue was 4 minutes, I think, to start. It was literally just a 4-minute queue. And as soon as I got in, the faceplates were already sold out. And I got the controller because I wanted the controller and the faceplates. But yeah, the faceplates were instantly sold out. So yeah, I personally think they were putting the faceplates out there as kind of we're being nice and consumer friendly. You can have this option, but they fucking only made I don't know, a few thousand of them or however many, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's I hate that. So annoying.
Having to buy knockoffs. Dan,
Yeah.
You bought the controller though?
I did, yes.
How many nudes of me do you want in exchange for that?
I'll
I'll wait.
How many nudes?
I'll wait.
17 million. How long will that take for you
Wow.
to make 17 million?
A long time, I'd gather. What about videos? Okay, I'm done. PXN News of the Week. I'm moving this into our topic of the show because they're tangentially related. It's all related to Pro consoles or next-gen consoles. So I'm going to move that discussion over into Todd so that we have a bit more to have in dialogue with each other. We can talk about it then. Until then, however, let's check in with our fantasy draft. Is there anything I missed? Last week, I wasn't even here last week, but was there any pickups this week or any reviews dropping? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
We talked about Rose last week, and I don't know that there has been any since then.
No. The only update was that my Telltale The Expanse pickup actually got points now. Last week it didn't have anything because there wasn't enough reviews. Only 6 points for it, 76 right now. And I picked up
something.
Yeah, that's true. Better than nothing. And the F1 Manager got 8 points. But yeah, that's it.
Solid.
I'm liking that. A little bit of fumbling on your part.
Yeah. Very, very, yeah. God damn it.
We got some games on the way. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk releasing August 18th. The spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio.
Oh.
I own that one. And then Armored Core later this month. Oh,
Nice.
never mind. Ro's going to make some points back with Sea of Stars. Let's take it back.
Yes, fingers crossed.
It's going to be a big one.
But you have 2 bangers coming out before that, so.
I do. That's true.
Damn it all.
Bangers. Banger. I hardly know her. That's literally.
Well,
that's not even a joke.
The question is, will Christian pass me with those 2 games, do you think?
I'm not even worried about it. I told you I'm fine for second. As far as I'm concerned, second is first place.
That's an
All it took for Dan to not win one of our competitions was him not to participate in the Jeopardy
and you won,
tournament
bro.
thing. This time.
Congratulations for
This
that.
time.
Oh, that's true. I remember that. Yeah, that's true. Me and Gage ended up in negative for Final Jeopardy. We couldn't bet anything. It was just Ro. That was fun. Dan?
Yo.
What you got for me this week? What have you been playing?
What do I have for you? I have, well, outside of Halo, I have The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, back to it. I got about 3 or 4 more hours in, and is it Goron City, right? For the Gorons? Yes. Goron City, that was super cool. I really liked that. And I know how simple that boss battle or whatever at the top of the mountain was, but it was so cool.
Still cool, yeah.
That was awesome. So yeah, I explored the shit out of Goron City and did all kinds of stuff. Bought my fire protection gear so I could go in all the caves and such. Because everywhere I've been slowly expanding. So every big city I go to, I literally go and explore everything in there and experience it all at once, and then move to the next town. Yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
I think, if I remember right, I think I put more hours into Tears of the Kingdom than I did Elden Ring, which is crazy to think about. But it's very close. It was very close. I think it's within 10 hours difference.
Damn.
What a game, Tears of the Kingdom. That was this year.
Yeah.
Bro, remember that game?
Oh, I can't forget it.
I have a month. I have a month left to finish it before Starfield.
Oh, no. You have 3 more of those Goron cities to do.
I haven't played Final Fantasy 16 in 2 weeks, so. And I got Armored Core on the horizon and a project I'm working on that has been slightly delayed, but I'm waiting on some stuff. But anyway,
I'll wait as long as I need to.
Oh, hold on! You wanted to shout out this, or is that from last week?
Oh no, sorry, that was last week. I should have removed that.
Ropes?
Oh, I'm actually been playing Mario Kart a lot more recently.
Ooh.
There was a
booster.
I didn't buy the booster, so I'm playing online. So they have the tracks available online. I just didn't buy them, so I don't have if I'm playing single player, I won't be able to access them. But my friend was doing a stream a couple of weeks ago, and he did a community stream, and the game was Mario Kart. So I hopped on and I played with him, and ever since then I was like, damn, this game is really fun. I forgot how fun Mario Kart is, and I've been playing a lot of it online. Yes, Christian.
You guys ever play Beerio Kart, they call it?
No.
Hmm.
What is that?
I think I mean, there are house rules, but I think like the simplest base rule is, I mean, you're playing with friends, obviously, but you're drinking and driving, but not at the same time. When you're gonna take a drink of your drink, you have to stop driving to drink it. But there are rules, like you have to finish a beer or whatever by the time the race is over, or like something like that.
Oh, okay, I get it. So yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Yeah, whoever finished, you can't. I get it. I can't explain it, but I get it. That sounds pretty fun.
I would lose that game.
Me too.
There's a bunch of house rules, like with items or laps. You can. Anyway. Oh, you playing? That's cool. Mario Kart, very, very cool.
Yeah, the tracks are really fun. Daisy's Cruiser is back. Like Maplewood, I forget the name of it, but the one from the Wii with Wiggler, Coconut Mall, like all those classic tracks are back, and it's cool to see them. Yeah.
I mean, they brought back Waluigi's Pinball, and that was one of my favorites. That's a great one.
Seeing the 3DS ones is like a blast from the past, because that was probably the one that I played the most before 8, the Mario Kart 7. But yeah, it's really cool.
Hell yeah. It's a good thing you're playing on Switch and not on Wii U. Apparently those servers just came online after months of being offline.
Really? I didn't know they...
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a good thing.
Dan Rowe, can you guess what I've been playing based on that acronym there?
Is it Minecraft?
I've been playing Minecraft. I've been balls deep in Minecraft for about a week now. Me and this girl have made a server together.
Whoa!
And we turned it into a realm so that when one of us is like busy or away, we can like hop on and not have to like be on at the same time in order to play it, because it's technically her world. And it is by far the most elaborate home I have ever built in Minecraft. It's been so insane that I've been on Minecraft TikTok looking at inspirations to how to make my garden better. And I will like end my night like after having dinner, after my little critically acclaimed drama, I'll make a pancake and play Minecraft until it's time for bed. And wild.
Oh yeah.
So
I've needed it, dude.
When are the kids coming? When are the kids coming?
Oh, we already have AI babies made. Yeah. I love to fantasize about impregnation. We also have little kitties in Minecraft.
Little kitties? Meow, meow?
Yeah. Cucumber and Seafoam.
Seafoam is a cute name.
Mm-hmm. We also have a bird named Oppenheimer. I hardly know her.
This sounds like a blast. God damn it.
Yeah, Minecraft is pretty fun, eh? All right.
Are you playing like... Are there like... I think there's different modes. Are there like creepers showing up at night to like... That may destroy your house?
Survival mode, yeah.
It's on? Okay.
I think... Well, we decided to take a break and like we changed it to peaceful for a while so we could like make additions to the house. Because they were like... They're in the newest Minecraft update, like there are mobs spawning way too often. It got to the point where I was like, oh my god, like it's a lot. Like if you're not like actively fighting them or creating barriers, like it gets kind of to be a handful. So anyway, but yeah, don't judge me? Question mark?
I would never.
Thank you. Let's move on over into topic of the show. Of course, we're discussing the new Nintendo Switch finally coming. We've also got speculation on other Pro consoles on the way. I will have to ask Dan, because I wasn't away in California for a while, and I missed. Work's been busy, so I maybe missed some Xbox speculation here. So I'm gonna include that right there in case Dan knows anything or seen anything through the Xbox wires. However, there's speculation that PlayStation 5 has been preparing to send out dev kits of their Pro consoles. And one of the first iterations of these kind of Pro consoles being made is that sales started kicking off of these consoles. Now 3 years in to the cycle, right? 2020 to 2023, just a little bit less than 3 years, or almost at 3 years. We got some major sales happening in Europe and the US, And then, if you click the second link, there's more speculation is that Amazon switched the title of the PlayStation to change it to just the standard PlayStation 5. That listing, right, now having this idea that Sony is getting rid of as many of their base standard edition consoles in order to make way for the Pro versions. Seems like there may be some credence to that. And if it's not the PS Pro, it may be the PS5 Slim, which has also been speculating around Twitter. Sorry, X.com. I'm kidding. I'm going to call it Twitter. What do you guys think about this? Is Slim on the way? Or Pro on the way?
I think eventually we'll get a different iteration of the consoles. I can only imagine like a Pro of some kind. Like, I feel like what would be the point of that? Like, especially with the rumors of the base getting a discounted version, like why would a Slim be more expensive, you know? I just feel like if they are making anything, it's going to be a Pro version. But at the same time, yeah, Christian, go ahead.
At the same time,
like, what's going to be the advertisement for a Pro when we were just talking about how 8K is advertised on the box for a base PS5, where they're going to be putting on the Pro that helps it sell
16.
What could be so much better, I guess. Like what could be so much better than what we already have right now?
Remember, Ro, that there were rumors that a new PlayStation model was in the works where the disk drive was attachable and separate. And that could be some of the cost cutting for making the Slim model.
And it makes their SKU technically cheaper because they could say, oh, PlayStation 5 is $399 when obviously it doesn't include a hard drive or disk drive anymore. And then they probably will make more money off of the disk drive, I would bet, a standalone, because it's probably easier for them to develop that standalone than inside the console.
This article that I linked at the bottom, tomsguide.com, looked back at the PS4 generation and noted that the PS4 Pro was released only 3 years after the launch of the PlayStation 4, between 2013 and then the Pro was released in 2016. We are now at the 3-year mark this November. So if they do announce something, maybe... Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, sorry.
It's also a recession right now, though. Or, you know what I mean?
And like the other thing is like I feel like PS5s just started becoming available because of all the shortages and the popularity of it. So like personally, I feel like it's a little early for the PS5 Pro, even though the timeline lines up with how the PS4 Pro happened. I feel like the Slim makes more sense to me in terms of that because they can cut costs, like you were saying, Christian, and make more money on the PS5 console itself, and then maybe next year there's a Pro version. Because even like Microsoft, like you were asking about Xbox rumors, there hasn't been any Xbox rumors in terms of like a Pro version. So like I don't even know what that looks like if that comes, and like if it's even anywhere close to coming. I just don't know. And obviously Microsoft's ecosystem has been a bit different because they've been fully backwards compatible with everything and basically letting you play anything that's in your library. So like I'm thinking moving forward, Microsoft's just going to say, here's the next Xbox and you can still play all of your games that you've had access to. And I don't know.
I could be wrong because I'm just so out of it, but isn't the Series X more powerful than the Series S?
Yes.
Or so they already kind of like already have their Pro version already.
And that was a lot.
Yeah.
And that was what a lot of people said, actually. I'm trying to remember specific people who said this, but like people were saying that Microsoft, when they launched the Series S and X, thought of it as their normal version and their more powerful Pro version. So like, do they even see the value of adding a Pro Series X version. I don't
Right.
know what that looks like.
Series Y.
Yeah, or maybe Series Y is just what they, obviously we're joking when we say Series Y, but like obviously whatever, maybe that next console isn't going to be defined by a generation anymore. Like PlayStation's next console we know is going to be PlayStation 6 in terms of like their next full release. But like Xbox, I don't know. I'm not sure. They've kind of blurred the lines of generations in terms of what they've been presenting to people, like playing anywhere and all of that kind of stuff.
Did you folks talk about Tom Henderson's supposed leaks last week on the PS5, the next PS5 iteration?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No, I don't think we.
Okay, then let's add that right here, and I'll link you.
Okay,
Maybe
Shall we?
Maybe not.
we shall.
We trust in Tom Henderson because he seems to be pretty reliable, even when he gets stuff wrong. Am I thinking of someone else? Eventually, he ends up being right, even though he might just have timeline shifted.
Yeah,
I think is how I think of Tom Henderson. This is according from Tom Henderson at PS5 Pro details. Also, he was correct on the Q handheld, supposedly, and DualSense Edge and in-zone rumors. The PS5 Pro has been in development since early 2022. Its code name is called Project Trinity. Dev kits are going out in November, so it seems like we probably would see them realistically as maybe late 2024 to late 2024 to early 2025. 60 CU versus what was this? What does this mean? 60 CU versus PS5 36.
It's a measurement.
Something units.
Cloud, computation units maybe.
Let's hit up Mark Cerny. God help us.
Can't remember exactly. Yeah.
I should have kept reading. Down below it says November 2024 release target. Also has accelerated ray tracing and 18,000 MTs of memory. It's a lot of memory, guys. It's a lot. I am not smart enough to understand those two bullet points. I wish I could break that down for you. I can't. But all I know is like PS5 Pro go burr. I can give you that much. Yeah, more now with more burr.
Put that on the
reading
box.
that, Keurig? Yeah, put that on the box.
Okay.
Control unit? That can't be right. I don't know.
To-
No, compute unit. That was what it is. I just found it. Yeah, compute.
Oh, so almost double the computing units
Yeah.
from the standard PS5. So now it's 60. Will this make my games run better? Will this make next gen games locked at 60 at the very least? That's all I need to know.
Thank you, Keurig. You had the answer. Yeah, I think the answer is yes, Christian. Right? It'll make it look better, right?
But at what cost, man?
Yeah.
$500 to me when I was already promised this level of fidelity. Not fidelity, but you know what I mean. Performance.
It's true.
Huh. These ones are always, I guess, like the original PS4 Pro. I think we've talked about it, that it's kind of always geared towards the hardcore fan base, because I look at this and I'm like,
Sure.
I don't give a crap. And maybe it's because I'm not smart enough to understand what the positives of getting this are. But I'm like, I'm fine with what I have right now, especially if it's going to be cheaper. I would just always go for that because of how I'm just fine with that kind of experience from the games because they're already so good. I just don't know how much better it could be and if it's worth it to get at this time.
Bro?
But maybe I just don't understand what I'm reading.
Bro, I will admit right now, dude, I never bought the PS4 Pro. I played The Last of Us Part 2 on a launch PS4.
Damn.
Ran just fine to me.
Yeah.
Ran just fine. Sure, it sounded like it was about to blow up at some points. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to clean the dust out, but it worked. It ran.
Dude, the PS4 Pro was a fucking chunker too. Like that thing was big.
I think it was like an extra layer, right?
Yeah. And yeah, I'm with you. I kept my launch PS4 and it was fantastic through the whole generation. And whereas the Xbox One X came out and I was like, I have to have that because somehow they made it the fucking smallest console. They made it smaller than the Series I just did it. Than the One S, which I don't know how that's possible, but that fucking thing was tiny. Ugh, that was a great console.
Tiny little beast.
Yeah.
Tiny little beast. Yeah, to be honest though, I think Ro had it right the first time when he said it's all dependent on the games. If they're making games that are taking advantage of the hardware, of course I will want to spend money on the newest thing because they run better and they look prettier and they're taking advantage of the actual hardware, like Kirik mentioned as well. They still have to prove that these upcoming games are I mean, I guess in a way, like I look at Ratchet and Clank. That game you can play with a hard drive now, and we're seeing how that's running with the lowest settings. Like obviously, the SSD was necessary. And yet it still feels like a lot of like third-party games still aren't taking full advantage of games, and that makes sense because there's still a large install base on the previous generations of consoles. We'll see how it fares, and we'll see how the next year of games or so pans out, and see if their devs are taking larger swings at newer hardware. Is Kirik saying something?
Yeah, he said this means they will tout the next system as 12K, but it will finally do 4K like butter.
You know what? I take it back. If they release a PS5 Pro with a disc, I'll buy that one. I'm tired of not being able to watch my movies. I buy too many 4K movies and have nothing to watch them on. That's horrible. Yeah.
What if they build the PS5 Pro as having the ability to add the expandable disk drive, like the Slim is rumored to have, where you can attach it.
So what you're saying is, like my current console
Yes.
can now have the disc drive?
Yeah.
I would just buy that. Yeah, I would just buy that. I'm not made out of money, dude. You know what I had to go through today? Let me tell you. Let me tell you what I had to go through today. Rent check finally processed. I had my bills go through. My medical expenses go through. I had my car insurance today. All in one day. And this is all before even noon. Before I even had my lunch. Am I underpaid? Yeah. Is inflation still prevalent? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm fighting for my goddamn life out here. So yes, I will enjoy my little consoles, like the new Nintendo Switch on the horizon. We finally got some news, dog. We finally got some news. I have a few details for you in a separate thing that I haven't linked here, but I want to read you off just like the bullet points just at the top, and then we can deep dive. The dev kits for the new Nintendo Switch are currently in key partner studios' hands, so they are out there. People are making games with them. They're trying stuff out. It's targeting a release of the second half of 2024. Would also be a portable machine, just like the Switch was, which makes sense. The Nintendo Switch is extremely popular, being a hybrid console. Backwards compatibility, though, however, is not clear. Not all of Nintendo's consoles have been backwards compatible. Some are, some aren't. I think if the Nintendo Switch 2, whatever they end up calling it, the Super Nintendo Switch, whatever, if it's not backwards compatible, they really would be shooting themselves in the foot a little bit, given how large the install base is for these things and how much money first-party games make for Nintendo. And then lastly is that the new Nintendo Switch is being made with an LCD screen, even though the Nintendo Switch just came out with an OLED screen. It's going to be tough to go from OLED to LCD, but it will drive costs down. But at what cost for the consumer? Less pretty screens. We'll stop there. How you guys feeling?
What do we feel like? Is there going to be like that novelty thing that this console is going to have? Like they always have something. Like the Wii had motion controls, the Wii U had the gamepad, the Switch had the portability. Like there's got to be something, right?
No. The gimmick for the Switch wasn't the portability. It was the fucking vibration in the Joy-Cons. So you could tell how many ice cubes are in it. What happened to that, dude?
Yeah. Like what?
Hey, they made everybody want to switch to rejuvenate that again.
Milk that cow.
Milk that cow.
I'll do it again too.
They're probably like, don't release this game, and then they released it.
Dan, I'm with you. That I think they're, even though conservatively I'm expecting it to just be a more powerful version of the Switch. When I look at the difference between the Wii U and the Wii and the Wii U, the gimmick was the pad that you now had this gamepad to use, and I think Nintendo is fond of innovating and having fun with these consoles enough for there to be some kind of gimmick present in this new version, whatever. Even if it's just tiny, it's like an extra thing that we didn't imagine us needing is now kind of the new fun. You're probably right. I don't know what it could be.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too. I mean, I can never guess what it's going to be. It's kind of hard to guess. Like the DS to 3DS, I never would have guessed.
Yeah.
Oh, the gimmick's going to be 3D, or like
True.
the Wii to the Wii U. I didn't think it was going to be a pad or anything like that. But yeah, I hope they do something creative because that's half of the fun with the new Nintendo consoles. But at the same time, like we've been saying, I hope they don't doing anything too crazy because of how successful the Switch is, and just kind of keep this train rolling, for lack of a better term, because it's been rolling really good. Like the games have been selling really well, the console have been selling really well. If they do something too different, they might like risk of messing up that streak that they have going.
Call me crazy. I
Uh-oh.
have an idea.
You're
Okay.
crazy.
Okay. Tell me.
So they want to keep costs down. They want to do something different slightly. They want to try to get as high of an install base, all this stuff. What if they make the Switch completely portable? There's no dock included. They have a separate dock if you want that, but it's far more powerful, and you're splitting the cost, so then the actual handheld can be more powerful as a result.
Okay.
know.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, like, because, like, for instance, me and Ro play a lot of handheld. Like, I don't even know that I would buy a dock, for instance. Like, I would just play
I
handheld.
wouldn't.
But that's fair.
I so would.
That's fair.
I would need it.
Or maybe, like, give the option. So, like, if you're in handheld mode, you can still plug into your TV with, like, a USB-C to HDMI or something like that. And you could get that option, but it wouldn't play as high fidelity as if you had the dock that you dock it
Disgusting.
into.
Disgusting. Oh. I get what you're saying. The dock makes it more powerful, but you can still
Yes.
connect it without it.
Correct. Yeah. Because,
But
like,
it wouldn't be as powerful. I get you.
it would be essentially the same thing as, like, what Microsoft's doing with Series S and Series X. You would have the handheld, which would be like sort of Series S-ish, and then you get the dock and you can make it like a more powerful Series X-ish console.
Here's the problem. You're giving Nintendo too much credit. They will give you one option, and you either like it or you don't.
Yeah, that's true. Keurig says, I've always said they should have released a dock with a powerful GPU that when docked, your TV gameplay would be 4K. Obviously, that would be quite
That'd be
a
nice.
step up.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool.
Look, I'd be happy with like 1440p on this new Switch. Like we're gonna be, I don't know, is it really gonna be hitting 4K? I'm not entirely convinced. I'm not sure if that's what Nintendo even wants to do.
Yeah.
All I know is that I think the Nintendo Switch, as it is now, is as powerful, I think, as the base PS4, around there, I think, ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the new Switch would be as powerful as the PS4 Pro. Would not be as powerful as the PS5, I think. It'd be somewhere between PS4 Pro and PS5, right? And when I say that, I'm not excluding Xbox. I'm just using that as like a bar, right? I'm not expecting too much out of this. I was going with that somewhere, and then I got on a tangent. Go ahead, Dan.
And they love the lower price point, so obviously, yeah, it's not gonna kill you with beautiful graphics like compared to the other consoles or anything like that. They like that, I think, $250 to $300 price point. So yeah. I guess it's a little more now for the OLED, but.
And my thing is, I don't even care about graphical fidelity anyway. Like, I enjoy the art style of the Nintendo games. Like, Tears of the Kingdom is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played, right? And they don't need powerful graphics for me to enjoy it. I think a Switch 2 would justify itself enough for performance alone. Like, I want my games to be a stable frame rate. If these games, like, if these Nintendo games hit like a stable 60, I think that would be just like fantastic on its own right. Doesn't even need to be a Switch 2. It can be a Switch Pro for all I care. I would probably get it. But that would mean backwards compatible games if it is a Switch Pro like console, and as it is right now, we're not sure if it's even backwards compatible at all, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
You have Smash Ultimate and Mario Kart 8, like the biggest games ever made. Like, come on, Mario Kart 8 still sells.
Yeah.
Cannot be backwards compatible unless it launches with Mario Kart 9.
That would be wild. if that
Suppo-
happens.
I mentioned Mario Kart 9 because supposedly there is a kind of slew of first-party games being targeted for near launch of the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm gonna, gesture to you guys. What games would you want to see come to a launch window Switch? Would not be a Zelda, obviously.
I think I was going to say what Dan's about to say.
Mario Kart 9.
I was going to say Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
A new Mario Odyssey game.
A new Mario.
3D Mario.
Well, remember that team is working on a Donkey Kong game.
Maybe.
Yeah, well,
Rumored,
yeah.
right?
Rumored.
Yeah.
You're right. It is rumored. I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah. Either way, like that team, I guess. Like, sure, Donkey Kong or Mario Odyssey. It's been a while. So it would be cool to see one of their games come out. Metroid Prime 4.
There you go.
Yeah.
How quickly everyone forgets about it. I can.
Dude, that's
Oh,
when
my
was that announced? Like 2017 or 18?
All right, relax. 2017 was when the Switch came out. It's not that far back.
Oh, it's been a while.
This was like 2021.
No way. It was before that. No,
I think it was
it
before that.
was. It was E3 2017. The game was announced at E3 2017. It was reportedly initially developed by Bandai Namco, and then January 2019, the development restarted
That's what
under
I'm thinking.
Retro.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The Retro. Yeah, but that's still 2019 though. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was still off.
Ooh.
I was so confident. Mm-hmm.
Game
Yeah,
announced
it's been a while, so hopefully they
Damn.
have something to show soon. The Rare reboot and all that stuff. It's coming to a point where is it going to be on the Switch or is it going to be on whatever the next console is? And does it even matter if it's backwards compatibility? It wouldn't matter because you could just play it on either one. But
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was also on Wii U and Switch, but like, come on, who was playing that game on Wii U?
no
Just
one.
did not run well,
And many
Mhm.
people didn't own a Wii U.
Sure.
That is true. Would you buy Switch 2?
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely. They don't have to do much for me to buy a Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're gonna have a good launch title. Like Zelda Breath of the Wild was a fucking launch title for Switch. They're gonna have something real good.
I mean, Mario Kart Deluxe was a launch title.
True.
That was one of the reasons why I bought a Switch. I wanted Mario Kart Deluxe.
Yeah.
I wanted the Zelda, obviously, but Mario Kart was the first game I bought. I had to wait for another 2 weeks to buy Zelda. It was fine, though. It was fine.
Man.
Yeah, I would reckon. Yeah, Dan is right. I think Mario Kart 9 would be the system seller, I think, for the new console. And, an announcement of another Mario game or another 3D platformer game on the way. I think that'd be enough to justify, okay, cool. I have family fun games to play this fall if it launches in late 2024, and I can look forward to new games in spring 2025.
You know
It
what?
would be ideal.
Nintendo's gonna learn from Ubisoft, and they're gonna release Mario Kart Ultimate, and then you have Mario Kart or Mario Party Ultimate, and then you'll package it all in something that's called Mario Ultimate. It'll have Mario Kart Ultimate, Mario Ultimate, all the ultimates, Mario Super Smash Ultimate.
No.
Sorry.
They do have a similar Ultimate version of Mario Party that came out, but it's only 6 maps.
Oh, that's true. All Stars or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's great because I get to play some beloved Mario Party levels, but it's still it's only 6 maps and they never added any more. Nothing else.
And who needs that when you have Pummel Party, right, Christian?
Are you down to play again this weekend?
Oh yeah, I'm down. That was fun.
Bro, you gonna get in on this?
Pull row in.
Yeah, I might get in on this. I gotta buy it first, but yeah.
Yeah, it supports up to 8 players. I'll get Croissant on the horn right after this.
Hell yeah. Well, just call him now live. I'm just kidding.
No, I won't do that. He's probably playing video games or something. He's on vacation right now.
Oh, okay.
Well, staycation.
Hmm.
Yep. It's his birthday this week. Happy birthday, Croissant.
Happy
yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
Mhm,
Harley. Yeah, I used your name.
I
Whoa.
thought his name was Croissant.
No.
Got him.
I have one last question before we close out the show. Anyone ever use that peripheral for Donkey Kong Jungle Beat? The drums. Remember those drums?
I did not.
That was a phenomenal game. That was the team that made our Mario Odyssey.
Oh.
You would jump and then clap. Oh, so much fun. So much fun.
I didn't have a lot of the Nintendo doohickeys. I had the mic for the GameCube for the Mario
Classic.
Party game, but I think that's about it. I never had the guns for Duck Hunt, or I had the 3DS like Joy-Con for Kid Icarus Uprising. That was cool, but that's it. Not the Joy-Con, the extra analog stick. But yeah,
We do love our Nintendo doohickeys.
do
I never had the Game Boy like
the light.
attached
Oh.
the light.
You need
So
that.
I would be playing in the dark, and like when I would travel to like the Bay Area, it'd be getting darker, and I'd have to like in the back seat put the Game Boy up and play like this, and hope that cars were like behind me and passing by, so I could play Sonic Adventure, not Adventure, Advance.
I had
My
the
first.
Sorry,
No, go ahead.
bro. No.
I was going to say that my first Game Boy was Game Boy Advance SP, so it had the backlight already, so it was good.
I
Or
think
you
That was a good one.
I think I had the one that was like square that went around that like magnified the screen and had a light.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's the one I had.
I know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
The larger
was-
SP.
It's
No,
it's like
like
it's
attachment.
the attachment.
On the Game Boy.
Oh,
It's
gotcha,
like-
gotcha.
It has a big
Yeah.
mirror that,
Yeah.
like you said, enlarges the screen. There was also like a light on top of it. Wild. Instead of just making the console
Yeah.
have the thing, but just give you this random things to add onto it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Toro Sorebaro.
Exactly.
Nice.
Shorter show today. I thought it would take us a lot longer to get through this. It was only about an hour.
That was good.
All right. Did you have to do that, Ro? Did you have to? I almost do it as like a Pavlovian response when it happens. Like I feel like I need to moan back. I won't do it, obviously, but I thought about it. Let us know what you think about a new Nintendo Switch console. What games do you want to see? Oh, text. I got ADHD brain. Oh, what games do you want to see come? What features do you want on the console? What would you like to see out of a new Nintendo Switch? But until then, thank you again to everyone watching us live on YouTube and Twitch, as well as podcast services everywhere, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your pods. Thank you, Roshan. Thank you, me, Gage. Stay safe at work. That's Daniel. This has been Podcast PXN, and we are out.
Much love and keep on gaming.
See ya.
Oh.